Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Always so happy to find you here. I do upload on Monday, Thursdays, and a short philosophical upload on Fridays to kick off our weekend. Welcome to any new subscribers. It's my thrill and pleasure to have you here. Hope you stay for a very good long while. Bring a friend with you next time. And if you're just passing by, feel free to click subscribe anytime while watching this video. You don't have to wait until you get to the end. You can click subscribe right now. I wanted to address this issue of privacy and conversations that you may have with your therapist or psychiatrist or psychologist. And this, what seems to be a level of comfort in sharing that with others, I'd say. Now, let me preface why I'm choosing to discuss this, having not been a person who's ever had a therapist or psychiatrist. I might need one. I might need one. I might need one, but I've never had one. I have friends that are therapists. I have a friend who's actually a licensed psychiatrist, and she works with different youth in various different mental uh, health industries. And she's almost a consultant to them, but nonetheless, that's as close as I've ever gotten. And we don't talk personal stuff. I think it's because for me, I'm starting to see people have just a very comfortable conversation. And yeah, my therapist told me this, as if you're talking about my best friend told me this, or my brother suggested this, or it's it almost takes the confidentiality out of it. And I think something like that should be married between the two people only. And that's just me. That's just me, my views of it. What's prompting this is I saw a while back, and I had always promised myself to do a video on it. A Cheaters. Now, you guys know sometimes on Saturdays I watch that old trashy Cheaters just while I'm cleaning the house. But I saw a Cheaters episode, which has now since been removed, and you cannot find it, my understanding. I even tried. It was about it was about a therapist who began a relationship with his client. And the client's husband had hired cheaters because he felt his wife was cheating on him, only to find out the therapist who was supposed to be helping them with their marriage. Oh, that's so true. Oh, my soul can't take it. They're like, what's in your head to make you do that? But the therapist that they had as a couple to help reunite them was the one having an affair with it. Oh, the man was livid because, and of course, he felt violated. He felt like, one, I've gone to you to help me with my marriage. Two, you're helping me ruin it more than ever by having an affair with my. Three, you've overstepped your licensure and your commitment to stay unattached. And in this episode, the husband felt he needed to rescue his wife from this therapist because she was entangled and confused. She thought he was there to help her, but he was also taking advantage of her. And they were having intimate relations, and she didn't know who she loved anymore. So now the husband is trying. It just was just too. It was too much. It was too much for me. I was like, I can't. Oh, I can't handle a life like that. But in the end, the husband vowed to go after his license. The husband vowed for vengeance. The husband vowed that everyone would know about this. And he did just that. In the end, it showed that the therapist had lost his license, or it was suspended at the time, because And I think rightfully so. Because when you go to someone to help untangle your issue or help you through your issue, there is an embedded trust in that person that they haven't earned, but that is given to them based on their credential. So when they violate that, how can you trust them? How can you trust them? I still feel just talking about that. I mean, I still feel how vulnerable she could have been and how vulnerable she was. And you could see her crying and running back to her husband. I didn't know what I didn't know. So the therapist actually messed her up more. So that was that particular episode. And I guess what I'm saying from that, after having heard people, even having dinner the other night, we overheard someone at another table saying, yes, I go see my therapist. It's just so openly discussed. I really view the value of that, and I think it should be private. And if you need a therapist, if you need to talk about your therapist, you need a better therapist who would help you understand not to do that. Yeah, to fix yourself and to have that type of comfortably jitterish, comfortable gossip about discussions you have with your therapist shows that you're not healed. It shows you're not healed. Because the healed person is not interested in discussing that which harmed them in the first place. They're not, if they're truly healed, they're not trying to suppress it. It's gone already. If they're truly healed, they're not trying to push it down lower in the basement of their soul, in which they can never get to it again unless it's tapped, because it's gone already. If it's truly healed, it's already gone. It's a thing that happened that don't exist no more. That's when it's truly healed. So if something by which you got therapy for, and I understand it's a process and people have periods of feeling healed and then they don't. And I pray your full healing. I'll say it. Like, whatever gets you healed is what a pastor friend of mine I used to say. And to that, I'd say this: learn to recognize the wellness of your being. Because if you're still talking about it, it's not done yet. And after having seen this Cheaters episode, I thought that therapist gave her more trauma than she had in her relationship with her husband, which is what brought them to the therapist in the first place. So be very cautious when you select a therapist. Now, how do we go about selecting a therapist? Do you ask someone, like, who do you see and how's that working out? How well do you know your therapist is? Because this therapist has some serious issues to do what he did. So how do you detect what's a good? Is a therapist who's calling you at night beyond their hours because they forgot to ask you something? Is that professional? All of that. Oh, so how do you find a good therapist? And how do you know if they're not having therapy for the same type of topic they're trying to give you? I guess hmm, hmm, I guess I don't know. And I guess I should be grateful that I don't have to know for my own life at least now. Maybe I do, like I said, maybe I do need. but at least now. And I guess I am grateful that I felt for the woman and that she was taken advantage of. But I was also happy to see that her husband really went to bat for her. He insisted that he was going to get that license revoked and did that. So her own husband was her saving grace. So recognize that. And when you do select a therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, make sure you vet them out well too, because we're all human and you don't know two things. You don't know the heart of the matter, and you don't know what's in the soul of the person, which is at the core of the heart of the matter. So choose wisely. I love you. If you've gotten this far, please click like and then click subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night. Good night. Bye, y'all. I love y'all. Take good care of yourself. Stay healthy mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and in your soul.